What the only thing standing between you and greatness is you. That voice in your head telling you you're not good enough. That habit that keeps pulling you back every time you try to rise. That fear that whispers, what if you fail again? Let's be real, weakness isn't just about being lazy or unmotivated. It's deeper than that. It's the comfort zone you keep running back to. It's the excuse that feels good but kills your potential. It's the fear that keeps you from walking into your purpose. Are you ready to face what's really holding you back and destroy it? Because until you kill the weak version of yourself, you will never become the unstoppable force you were born to be. Now ask yourself this. What is the one thing I keep doing that is secretly stopping me from growing? We all want success. We all want peace. We all want to be great. But truth be told, most of us are fighting a silent war. A war within, not with other people, not with our environment, not even with our lack of opportunities, but with ourselves. What is your weakness? Let's be honest. Everyone has a weakness. Yes, even the strongest looking person you admire. So what's yours? Is it laziness? You wake up with dreams in your heart, but never take action. Is it fear? Fear of failing. Fear of what people will say. Fear of not being good enough. Maybe it's procrastination. That feeling of, I'll do it later. That becomes never. Or is it insecurity, always doubting yourself, comparing your life to others? It could be an addiction to scrolling, to negativity, to bad habits, to anything that steals your time and energy. We all carry something that quietly drains us, but you can't fix what you haven't first faced. You can't defeat an enemy you won't even admit exists. The beginning of real change isn't action, it's awareness. A doctor can't prescribe treatment without a diagnosis. A builder can't fix a crack if they don't know where it is. And you can't grow if you don't first know what's keeping you small. So don't run from your weakness. Don't cover it with fake confidence. Face it with courage. Because true strength comes from admitting, yes, this is where I struggle, but I don't want to stay here. Here's a simple but serious question you should ask yourself every morning. What is the one thing I do every day that keeps me from growing? It could be something small. Waking up late. Checking your phone before doing anything productive. Complaining instead of taking action. Always saying yes to distractions. Making excuses every time things get hard. These things may seem small, but when you repeat them daily, they form chains that hold you back from becoming your best self. And the scary part? You get used to them. You start to believe, this is just who I am. But no, this is not who you are. It's just who you've been. And you can change that today. What habit is killing your future? Here's where it gets even more real. Ask yourself, can you name exact habit that's secretly killing your future? Not just something general like, I procrastinate. What do you actually do when you procrastinate? Do you open social media and scroll endlessly? Do you spend hours watching people live their dreams instead of building your own? Do you get discouraged easily and quit after small failures? Do you tell yourself, it's too late for me? Name it. Don't hide it. Because you cannot defeat what you keep defending. Your weakness is not your identity. It's a part of your story, but it doesn't have to be the end of it. When you identify the enemy within, you take the first step toward becoming unstoppable. Because once you see the problem clearly, you can begin to take the right steps toward real, lasting change. Understand the cost of not changing. Change is not easy, that's the truth. But do you know what's even harder? Living your whole life stuck in the same place, knowing deep down you could have been more. See, we often think weakness is harmless. We say things like, I'll start tomorrow. This is just how I am. One more time won't hurt. But what we don't realize is that every single time we feed our weakness, we are silently pushing our destiny further away. Every time you feed your weakness, you delay your destiny. Your destiny is not just a random dream. It's a divine assignment, something only you can do. But every time you choose excuses over effort, every time you settle for average instead of excellence, every time you say later instead of now, you're putting your future on hold. Think of it like this. Imagine your dreams waiting for you at the finish line, but instead of moving forward, you keep walking in circles. That's what feeding your weakness does. It doesn't just pause your progress. It steals your future, bit by bit. Weakness doesn't just hold you back, it destroys dreams silently. You may not notice it at first. Nothing dramatic happens. No alarms, no sirens, but slowly it eats away at your confidence, your energy, your time, your focus. Until one day, you wake up and realize the version of you that once believed is gone, and the dream that once burned in your heart has gone cold. People don't lose their dreams because of one big failure. They lose them because of 1,000 small compromises, 1,000 days of feeding weakness instead of fighting it. And the saddest part? Most people don't even know their dream is dying until it's already buried. Time is not on your side. Every second wasted strengthens your limits. We often act like we have time, like we can get serious later, like we'll fix things next year. But time is not a friend that waits. Time moves with or without you. While you're stuck in fear or laziness or indecision, someone else is out there using their time to grow, to build, to prepare. So the question is, will time become your enemy or your ally? Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring about these people. It means you're caring for yourself enough to recognize that your growth is a priority. Are the people in your life helping you grow or keeping you weak? This is a question that only you can answer. Ask yourself honestly, who in my life makes me feel like I'm capable of more? And just as importantly, who in my life is keeping me stuck in my weaknesses? It's not about being harsh. It's about being honest with yourself. Sometimes it's about creating boundaries, and other times it's about walking away completely. But this is your life, and you only get one shot at it. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not those who keep you stuck in a cycle of weakness. When you choose your circle wisely, when you make a conscious effort to be around people who are stronger, wiser, and more positive, you will start to feel unstoppable. So today I challenge you, look around you. Who are the people in your life that are feeding your growth, your dreams, your drive? Who are the ones that are helping you see your full potential? And who are the ones feeding your weaknesses, making you feel small and unworthy? Your future will be shaped by the energy you choose to keep around you. Choose wisely. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Perfection is a trap. Progress is power. We live in a world that constantly pushes us toward perfection. Social media, advertisements, even well-meaning advice from friends and family, they all scream at us, telling us we need to be flawless, successful from the start, and always on top of our game. It's something you can never fully attain, no matter how hard you try. When you aim for perfection, you're chasing an illusion. You'll find yourself constantly frustrated, questioning your worth, and even paralyzed by fear of failure. Why? Because perfection doesn't exist in a sustainable, real-world way. It's an unreachable goal that only sets you up for disappointment. Perfection makes us obsessed with being the best. But in doing so, we forget that the best is a moving target. As soon as you reach one goal, there's always something more to achieve. This leaves you exhausted and feeling like you haven't truly succeeded, even though you've accomplished a lot. Imagine climbing a mountain, but never celebrating reaching a certain height because you haven't made it to the very top. Every step forward is an achievement. Yet perfectionism keeps you focused on what you haven't done yet. Have you ever been stuck, feeling like you're not enough because you haven't reached the perfect version of yourself? Now let's shift perspective, because progress is power. Progress is about moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. It's about improvement, not being perfect. It's about making the effort every single day, even if it feels like a tiny action, because those tiny actions, done consistently, are what lead to transformation. Progress is power because it focuses on growth, learning, and getting better, not perfection. Every step, every effort, every time you try is a victory. Even if you fail, you've learned something valuable that you can use to get closer to your goal. Think about it this way. When you celebrate progress, you're giving yourself the motivation to keep going. You're telling yourself, I've come a long way and I'm still improving. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better every day. This mindset shifts you from self-criticism to self-encouragement, and that's how momentum builds. So, how do we celebrate progress and not perfection? One powerful tool is tracking your progress. This doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a detailed journal or elaborate checklist, although that could be helpful too. It could be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on your wins, however small they may seem. Did you wake up earlier today? That's progress. Did you make a healthier choice for lunch? That's progress. Did you write 200 words towards your book? That's progress. Did you manage to stay calm during a stressful situation? That's progress. By acknowledging even the small steps, you build momentum. It might feel insignificant in the moment, but over time, these small changes compound into something much bigger. And before you know it, you've transformed. The power of progress lies in consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up each day. When you celebrate consistency, you reinforce the idea that growth is a process, not an event. Let's say you're trying to get fit. You might not see immediate results after a few workouts, and that's okay. What matters is that you show up day after day, no matter how hard it is or how slow you go. Every time you do, you're building a habit, and that habit turns into progress, which eventually leads to results. Celebrating the little wins. This leads us to celebrating the little wins. Every day is full of tiny victories, but they often get overlooked because we're too focused on the big picture. We're waiting for that moment when everything falls into place, that perfect day when all our hard work finally pays off. But the truth is, those perfect moments don't exist without all the little steps we take beforehand. The little wins matter. They build confidence. They push you to keep going. And when you start to recognize those wins, you train your brain to focus on what you've achieved, not what you still need to do. And that is a game changer. What progress did you make today, even if it felt small? Now ask yourself this. What progress did you make today, even if it felt small? Think about your day. Did you make a phone call you've been putting off? Did you push through a challenging task at work? Did you make an effort to be kinder to yourself or others? These are all wins. No progress is too small. Every step forward counts. In fact, celebrating these small steps is what will keep you moving forward. Because when you celebrate progress, you stay motivated to keep going. You stop focusing on your mistakes and start focusing on how much you've grown, how much you've learned, and how much stronger you become. Every second you spend feeding your weakness is a second your potential goes unused. A second your greatness remains hidden. A second your breakthrough gets delayed. And here's the hard truth. The longer you wait to fight your weakness, the stronger it becomes. You're not just staying the same, you're slowly building walls around your potential. You're letting weakness become a habit, and habit becomes identity. How much longer will you allow your weakness to lead your life? Be honest with yourself. How long will you let fear make decisions for you? How long will you let procrastination decide your schedule? How long will you let doubt dictate your worth? How long will you let the weaker version of you hold the rail you hostage? This is not to shame you. This is to wake you up. Because if you don't choose to change, you are choosing to stay the same. And if you stay the same, you are saying NO to the life you were meant to live. You are better than that. There is strength in you. There's fire in you. There is greatness in you, but only if you're willing to fight for it. Change is scary, yes, but regret is scarier. And if you're tired of being tired, if you're tired of watching others live while you feel stuck, then it's time to do something different. Start small, but start today, because the cost of not changing is far more expensive than you can afford. Replace comfort with discipline. Let's start with a truth most people don't want to hear. Comfort is not your friend. It feels good, yes, it's warm, it's safe, but it's a trap, a quiet, sneaky trap that keeps you stuck where you are. Comfort tells you, let's start with something real. You can watch all the motivational videos in the world. You can listen to the best speakers. You can write goals every day. But if deep inside you still see yourself as weak, broken, or not good enough, you will never truly grow. You will always fall back to who you think you are. That's because you don't rise by motivation, you rise by identity. Motivation fades. Discipline gets tired. But identity, that's what lasts. If you believe you're a loser, you'll act like one even when opportunities show up. If you believe you're a failure, You'll sabotage your success even when help comes. But if you believe you're a conqueror, you'll walk differently. You'll talk differently. Even when life hits hard, you'll stand tall. Change the way you talk about yourself. How do you talk about yourself? So many people say things like, I'm trying to stop. I'm working on it. Maybe one day I'll get there. Let me tell you something. That language keeps you trapped. Because trying is weak. It gives you a way out. It gives you room to quit. You have to speak with strength even before you feel strong. That's why the words I am are so powerful. Instead of saying, I'm trying to be disciplined, say, I am a disciplined person. I'm working on my self-worth. Say, I am worthy even as I grow. I hope I'll make it. Say, I will make it because I'm already becoming it. The words you speak create the reality you live in. Remember this, your brain listens to what your mouth says. If you keep saying, I'm not good enough, your brain will believe it. But if you keep declaring strength, confidence, and growth, your mind will shift and your actions will follow. Hammer and wrench, act like the person you want to become. Act like the person you want to become. Here's the truth. You don't need to wait until you're rich to act like a responsible person. You don't need to wait until you're confident to start speaking boldly. You don't need to wait until you feel strong to begin the fight. You create the identity first. The results will come later. Think about it this way. Athletes train like champions before they ever win a medal. Successful people show up with excellence before they ever get noticed. You don't become the thing after the win, you become it before the win. Ask yourself, if I truly believed I was a winner, what would I do differently today? How would I dress? How would I speak? Who would I cut off? What habits would I kill? That's how identity works. You don't fake it. You form it day by day, choice by choice. Let this question sink into your heart. Who do you need to become to get what you want? It's not just about what you want to have. It's about who you're willing to become. Because no dream becomes reality without identity catching up first. Do you want peace? Then become someone who lets go of bitterness. Do you want success? Then become someone who shows up every single day, no matter what. Do you want to inspire others? Then become someone who inspires yourself first. How to start building that identity today. Here are a few simple but powerful steps. Write down the person you want to become. Be specific, e.g., I am disciplined. I wake up early. I don't quit. I am focused. I follow through. Speak out loud daily. In the mirror, with boldness. Say it even when it feels awkward. Say it until your spirit believes it. Act like it's already true. Don't wait to feel confident. Walk in it. Dress for it. Show up with it. Let go of identities that no longer serve you. Stop saying, I've always been like this. That mindset is a trap. Surround yourself with people who reinforce a new you. If your friends only know the old you, it's time to find people who speak to your future. Your identity is the foundation of everything. It's not about pretending. It's about becoming. And becoming takes faith, intention, and courage. Every time you declare who you are, every time you act like the person you want to be, you're destroying the old version of you and building a stronger, bolder, unstoppable one. If this touched you, don't just click away. Drop a comment. I'm becoming who I was born to be. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else who needs this word today. Rest a little longer. You can do it tomorrow. It's okay not to push yourself. But here's the danger. Nothing great ever grows in comfort. You don't build muscles by lying in bed. You don't develop strength by avoiding challenge. You don't fulfill purpose by always choosing what's easy. Comfort gives you temporary peace, but it steals your future power. Now, let's talk about discipline. Discipline is the opposite of comfort. It's not easy. It's not fun. It often feels unpleasant. But guess what? Discipline is a seed that produces every great result in life. Behind every successful person you admire, whether it's a business mogul, a world-class athlete, or a powerful leader, there is one invisible force they all rely on: discipline. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being committed, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline says, I will show up whether I feel motivated or not. I will do the work, even if no one claps for me. I will keep going, even if progress feels slow. Discipline is choosing what matters most over what feels good right now. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. That's not discipline, that's burnout. Discipline grows step by step, like a muscle. Here's how to start. Wake up the same time every day. Have a simple morning ritual. Schedule focused time to work, rest, learn. Routines create structure, and structure builds power. Learn to say no to distractions, to toxic people, to temptations. Say no to that just 5 minutes more on social media lie. Say no to habits that don't align with your goals. Boundaries protect your energy and time your most valuable assets. Stop looking for the quickest way. Shortcut thinking is comfort in disguise. Real results come from consistency, not convenience. Every time you cheat the process, you cheat your growth. Are you truly willing to sacrifice temporary pleasure for permanent progress? Are you willing to feel uncomfortable for a season so you can feel unshakable for a lifetime? Are you ready to say no to the easy path so you can walk the one that leads to real greatness? Because here's the thing. Discipline is hard, yes, but regret is much harder. And comfort now often means pain later. If you keep choosing what's easy, life will get harder. But if you choose what's hard now, life will become easier over time. So don't just chase comfort. Don't just do what feels good in the moment. Do what shapes you. Do what grows you. Do what makes you stronger, even if it's hard. Discipline won't always feel good at the beginning, but one day, you'll wake up and realize you are no longer controlled by moods. You are no longer held back by excuses. You are no longer living like a prisoner to comfort. You are becoming unstoppable because you chose to be disciplined. The battle you're fighting is real. Imagine you're in a war, but instead of fighting an external enemy, your biggest opponent is within you, your own weaknesses. Every day, your weakness pulls you back, convinces you procrastinate, makes you doubt your abilities, or feeds your fears. It keeps you from reaching your full potential. To win this war, you can't just show up half-heartedly. You need strategy. You need a battle plan. You need systems that are tailored to helping you fight and destroy those weaknesses consistently. The first tool in your war strategy is journaling. When you journal, you are essentially mapping out your thoughts, your emotions, and your goals. It allows you to confront your weaknesses head-on, to analyze them, and to make a plan for how to overcome them. Journaling also helps to clarify your purpose. It's not just about writing down what happened in your day. It's about examining what worked, what didn't, and what you need to improve. Each entry is a reminder of what you're fighting for. Today, I struggled to stay focused at work. I allowed distractions to take over. Tomorrow, I will eliminate these distractions by turning off notifications for the first 2 hours of my workday. Journaling lets you see your progress, track your victories, and identify patterns in your behavior that might be holding you back. You'll start to notice the shifts in your thinking, and before you know it, you'll be more self-aware and in control of your life. Prayer is more than just a spiritual exercise. It's a battlefield strategy that strengthens your resolve. It's where you gather inner strength and receive clarity on your mission. In your fight against weakness, prayer can be a way to reset your mindset. You connect with something bigger than yourself. And in those moments, you receive the strength to press on even when the challenges feel overwhelming. Prayer doesn't have to be formal. It can be simple. Just talk to God about what you're struggling with. Ask for help to overcome your weaknesses, and trust that you'll be equipped for the day ahead. God, I feel weak today. Help me to stay focused and to push through challenges. Give me the strength to fight against laziness and stay true to my goals. Prayer brings peace in the storm, reminding you that you don't have to fight this battle alone. It brings perspective and helps you center your mind when distractions and weaknesses threaten to overwhelm you. Here's one of the more uncomfortable strategies: cold showers. It sounds extreme, but think about it. When you step into a cold shower, your body immediately reacts. It's uncomfortable, but it's a wake-up call to your mind and body. Taking cold showers trains your mind to embrace discomfort. It pushes you to step outside of your comfort zone and tackle challenges that seem unbearable. That cold shock serves as a reminder that you have the power to overcome discomfort physically, mentally, and emotionally. You may be wondering why cold showers. because this simple practice forces you to train your resilience. It teaches you how to persevere when things are tough and reminds you that your discomfort does not define you. This will spill over into your daily life, allowing you to embrace challenges with confidence. It's early, I'm tired, and I don't want to face the cold shower. But I know that by pushing through this discomfort, I'm strengthening my ability to tackle other difficult tasks today. The gym isn't just about building your muscles, it's about building mental toughness. Each time you push yourself to go harder, lift heavier, and work past the physical pain, you are conditioning your mind to go the extra mile. Exercise is a daily battle in itself. When you work out, you confront your weakness head-on. You overcome physical limitations, and in turn, you build confidence in your ability to tackle challenges both physical and mental. The more you go to the gym, the more you develop the habit of pushing through discomfort. It becomes second nature to put in the work, even when your body or mind wants to quit. I didn't feel like hitting the gym today, but I know that pushing through will make me stronger, not only physically, but mentally. I'm building a foundation for everything I want to accomplish. Positive affirmations are like the fuel for your mental engine. When you tell yourself, I'm strong, I am capable, or I will not give up, you're reminding your mind the truth about your potential. But affirmations are more than just words. They are commands. Every time you say an affirmation, you're teaching your brain to align with your goals and the version of yourself you want to become. Over time, these affirmations will drown out the negative voices of doubt and fear. Today, I am unstoppable. I will conquer my weakness and push through anything that tries to stop me. I am confident in my abilities, and I choose to stay focused. The key is to make affirmations a daily practice. The more you repeat them, the more your brain rewires itself to make success feel natural. Reading is one of the most powerful weapons in your arsenal. What you feed your mind determines the strength of your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your actions. By reading books on personal development, biographies of people who have overcome adversity, or anything that inspires growth, you're building a mindset that is geared for success. You begin to see the world through the eyes of those who have achieved great things, and that becomes your blueprint. Every morning, I read a chapter from a book that inspires me. It reminds me that I am not alone in this journey. Others have faced worse challenges and still came out on top. This is my inspiration. Now, it's not just about implementing these strategies. You need to build systems that make success easier and failure harder. A system is a set of actions you take regularly that create the results you want. Set a daily schedule that includes journaling, exercise, prayer, and reading. Create reminders for positive affirmations throughout your day. Make the habit of cold showers a part of your morning routine. Use a fitness tracker to measure progress in the gym. By creating systems, you remove the guesswork. You make success almost automatic. The more you do these things daily, the harder it becomes for your weaknesses to hold you back. What's your daily battle plan? Now, I want you to pause and reflect. What's your personal battle plan to defeat the weaker version of you? Have you built systems that support your goals? Are you investing daily in your growth, no matter how small the steps seem? Do you have the courage to embrace discomfort and push past your weaknesses? Remember, the battle isn't won in a day, but each day you fight, you're one step closer to becoming unstoppable. So, take action today. Build your strategy and make every day a step toward your strongest, most successful self. Weakness grows in isolation. Let's start by acknowledging something very powerful. Weakness thrives in isolation. When you're alone, when you're surrounded by nothing but your own thoughts and habits, you have no one to challenge you, no one to push you, and no one to remind you of your full potential. We all have moments of doubt, fear, and weakness. It's a natural part of being human. But what happens when these moments of weakness linger for too long? They start to define you. When you keep these feelings in your head without sharing them or confronting them, they grow. They whisper to you that you're not good enough, that you'll never be able to change, that things will always stay the same. Isolation makes these negative thoughts feel louder. But when you surround yourself with strength, the darkness of doubt begins to shrink. When you share your struggles with others, they can help you see things in a new way. You don't have to fight your battles alone. Now, Choosing your circle is key to overcoming weakness. Think about the people in your life right now. Who are the ones you spend the most time with? What energy do they bring into your life? Some people are like mirrors. They reflect back to you who you are. If you're surrounded by people who doubt you or constantly complain or settle for mediocrity, then those behaviors start to rub off on you. You may find yourself becoming more comfortable with your weaknesses. You might begin to believe that what's good enough for them is good enough for you. But on the flip side, when you choose to be around people who are ambitious, positive, driven, and supportive people who challenge you to do better, who encourage you to take risks, and who believe in your growth, your energy shifts. Their strength becomes your strength. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil. When you place yourself in an environment where people are growing, pushing forward, and lifting each other up, you begin to grow as well. Their strength feeds your strength. They help you rise above your weaknesses. Here's the truth. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This doesn't just apply to your friends. It applies to your coworkers, your family, your mentors, and anyone you allow into your life. The energy around you matters. The way they think, act, and treat themselves will start to influence how you think and treat yourself. If you're around people who are constantly complaining about life, who are stuck in negative cycles, who aren't moving forward, you will feel stuck too. But when you surround yourself with those who have high standards for themselves and their lives, they'll raise your standards too. Their focus on success, their belief in possibility, and their commitment to growth will become contagious. They will lift you. Learn to say goodbye to people who feed your weakness. This is one of the hardest, yet most freeing lessons. Sometimes you have to let go of people who are feeding your weaknesses. I know it's not easy. These might be longtime friends, family members, or people you care about deeply. But here's the question. Are they helping you become your best version, or are they holding you back? Toxic relationships can be draining. These are people who constantly drag you down, criticize your ambitions, or remind you of your failures. They might even be the ones who are comfortable with your weaknesses, as it keeps them feeling better about their own lives. Let me ask you, what are you gaining from these relationships? Surrounding yourself with strength means choosing people who challenge you, inspire you, and make you better. If you notice that certain relationships leave you feeling smaller, less confident, or more doubtful, then it's time to ask yourself, are these people truly serving my growth, or are they allowing my weaknesses to remain unchecked? Progress is a path to unstoppable power. Remember, perfection is a trap that's impossible to reach, and when you chase it, you miss out on the true power of growth. Progress. Focus on consistency. Celebrate the little wins. Recognize the progress you've made, no matter how small, because it's those small steps that will eventually lead you to your bigger goals. And that's what makes you unstoppable, not perfection, but the unwavering commitment to keep growing, learning, and improving. Weakness is not something you manage. It's something you destroy. Your future depends on what you do with your present. You can stay the same or become unstoppable. Are you ready to kill the weak version of you and build the strongest version the world has ever seen? Remember, your weaknesses don't define you. You hold the power to overcome them and rise to become unstoppable. Each step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your true potential. Celebrate your progress. Keep building momentum and never stop pushing forward. If you're ready to destroy your weaknesses and step into your greatness, hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe for more transformative content. Keep going, stay relentless, and remember you're unstoppable.